Also, I don't really give any purity points for fat women that are modest. It's like, you can't be immodest. It's not going to go well for you. Okay. So I want to go back to Calendar Gate. Now, a year ago, a man named Seth Weathers launched a beer company to give conservatives a way to boycott Bud Light. Now, last year he launched a calendar because he was tired of seeing fat women on calendars. And he wanted to create a conservative calendar that showcased attractive women. Now, I want to show you guys the calendar from last year. So I'm going to pull up this slideshow. This is Calendar Gate. 2024 Calendar Gate. Here we have Ashley St. Clair. I fixed it for her. Now, this is a woman that has a child. And the challenge we have with these conservative influencer women is many were married, many had children, and they want to grift Christianity while doing slutty things. I would prefer someone to just be an all-out whore than use God to be a whore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would put the women that use God to be a whore below the women that are just whores. Like, I think they're worse than OnlyFans models. At this point, you might as well just sell your butthole. That's how I see it. And there used to be a time where, okay, she could do a scantily clad, like if she was 20 and doing this picture, I personally would give them more of a pass. Like Melania Trump, when she was young, she did some modeling. But, she understood that when she got married, it was time to put it away. But the challenge we have is women are always trying to get a better option, even if they're married. So, she's not married, but, she's got a kid, so I helped her out. Next, we got Kim Klacek, a married woman. And what they'll do is they'll thirst trap. And as a man, guys, what is the first thing you see in this photo? I'm just being honest here. What is the first thing you notice? What is your attention drawn to? By the way, guys, YouTube is always demonetizing me. I've been demonetized for a year. One yearly membership sponsors the entire show. You don't have to, it's totally okay, but I want you to know these women attack me incessantly. These ladies will go through years of they're insane. They'll flag my videos because I point this stuff out. I point out the deception. And that's what they do. So if you want, go to theaudacitynetwork.com. I also read your chat, which I'm going to do now. But let me know in the chat on the website. If you guys have a comment, you can just put Pearl on the website chat. Put Pearl and I'll read it. Like Charlie right now, he says, I love this type of content. Pearl, a Christian conservative girl who was at my jujitsu gym, was married and her husband trained me there. She slept with the instructor and 5 other men at the gym I know of. I know. I can't. People think, you guys realize the truth is blackpilling. There's this idea, like if you go touch grass, that you somehow are going to realize that all these things are just online things and they're not real. Okay, last Friday, I touched grass. I went to a karaoke bar. And guys, I shit you not, there was a single parents group at this karaoke bar. It was a bar full of single mothers. I touched grass. Are you happy? I did it. And you know what? They were the worst behaved. They were significantly worse. There was like 1 or 2 normal women that weren't with this group. The single mom, they were a lot of fun. You guys have dated single moms, I'm sure. They're fun. But they were like, their behavior was, there was a 22-year-old woman, probably the best looking woman in the bar. Her behavior was like cute, sweet. She just sat there sang a song. These mothers were twerking on stage and they tell me to touch grass. I'm like, what do you guys want? Okay, Dane says, God doesn't care if you sleep with a lot of people. It's when you stay awake with them and rub your genitals together. He gets a little pissed about that. Dane says, my 27-year-old son in Reno says he and his wife are going to have as many kids as they can. Does he have to become Latin Mass Catholic or can he stay Southern Baptist? Well, what does he believe? I can't tell you. I've seen women wreck men in all religions. It's the easiest thing for you to just say, and this is what the Christians do. They say, my religion will save you from these whores. You guys can't even identify them. Okay, sorry. Once my friend, I can tell a guy's inexperienced. He gives women every benefit of the doubt. And it's sad because it's like men have to go through the ringer to see things for what they are. They really do. There's no other way. They have to get their heart broken at least once or have been friends with a player. Men see a lot when they're friends with a player. That red pills a lot of guys. They don't it's either they become the player or they're friends with the player and they'll see their friend treating their girlfriends terribly and their girlfriends worshiping the ground they walk. Ladies, we made okay. Bennett says once my friend slept with a girl who had a boyfriend. She left because she had work, and within 1 hour she posted on Facebook about her boyfriend bringing her flowers and how lucky she is to have him. Dane, I used to think women should postpone marriage, get a degree, and then get married in their mid-20s. After raising 2 daughters, I was wrong. They need to marry by 21, no degree. Well, I'll tell you what, the data, I hate to say this, Dane. We're going to go off of stats. The problem is the under 25 ones that marry, they feel like they're missing out. Then they divorce their husband at like 32 and then go to the club. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, it's better to do it that way, but social media has just, it's like the woman in the country that never even knew what the city lifestyle was. Like, she didn't even know. She didn't know this stuff. She didn't know she could be on a yacht with Drake. They see it on social media. They feel left out. Dane, it's a tough world out here. By the way, when you say his or her, you're using language coined by feminists, her mother and I. When dad gives away the bride is also feminist language. I'm sorry, Dane. That's why I say we're all feminists to some degree. Everyone is. We all participate in the system. Pearl, I'm not white knighting. I'm just pointing out her talent, gifts, and drive. I thought white knighting was making stuff up and chastising women for even criticizing women, right? Dane, if you're talking about the conversation we had, guys, sometimes I do message my followers. I do. And I don't put private conversations public, so I'm not going to get into it. But you were white knighting, Dane. That's all I'm going to say. I understand. Maybe I shouldn't be honest because, you are paying my website membership. Maybe I should pander a little bit. You're right, Dane. No. I'm going to try pandering. I'm going to pander. I'm going to say, oh, you were not white knighting at all. You completely, your comments were merited. Okay. Those are all the comments on the website. If you're on the, oh no, they keep going. Pearl, the husband of the girl from the gym found out and he forgave her. They had a talk with God. Oh my gosh. I have the unpopular opinion. This is why I can't say, this is why I can't ever be a spokesperson for Christianity, Catholicism. I shouldn't be, right? But it's because I have opinions like this. I think the world would be a better place if more men divorced their wives. I really do. I mean, the amount of fat women that just do whatever they want is insane. And the men just, they just take it. Like Michael Knowles said that men should accept their wife if she does paternity fraud. I will post the truth about these churches. I don't want too many strikes about Pearl. Pearl, January, the girl that weighs 120, February 160, and then December, you can't lift the page. That's your fat woman calendar. Jack says the first thing he noticed was her butt. Yeah, we're going to go. I was there with Pearl at karaoke last week. The old single moms were out of control. Yeah, Doug was here. Maybe one day we'll get Dane on the show. Those are my mods. Say it ain't so, bro. No single mothers ever. Don't sleep with them. Don't date them. Don't marry them. Doug, you're never going to get them to stop sleeping with single mothers. I mean, good luck. Pearl, do a fat girl parody calendar and a real calendar with huge female models. I'd buy it just to laugh. If you guys do want to buy this calendar, not this one, but the next one with a little better, it's in the description. We're going to keep going. Now, so this woman got really angry last year that I said she was thirst trapping. And then she said she did the same pose with her daughter, and she called me a pedophile for saying that's disgusting. Why would you teach her that? These women know no bounds. I mean, they just throw the pedophile accusation at freaking everyone. That's how you know. And the thing is, that accusation, you don't want that accusation. You really don't. You can have no evidence, nothing of doing anything with kids, nothing. But they'll call you it for any. They're saying that men that date 18-year-olds are pedophiles now. Or what is wrong? Okay, I'm going to continue. So my problem with this one, again, would I really look twice at a woman in the gym wearing this? No, I wouldn't really care. This would be, now, obviously it's slutty, right? But for 2025 standards, that's pretty standard, like a crop top in the gym. However, as far as I know, she's married. And two, why do we keep putting mid women on calendars? My problem with last year's calendar is if you guys are going to do a calendar, I expect the women to be model worthy. That's what I expect. We're gonna, again, another one. A married woman. Now, do I think this is a slutty one? Not really. I wouldn't really think twice if I saw her wearing this on the street. However, what is this calendar made for? It's made for men to look at hot women. So again, two problems I have. One, this is another mid, not an insult. I'm also a mid. Some say below mid. Fine. I'll take the 4. I'll take the 3 rating. I don't really care. But this is not high level beauty. Second problem I have is, again, married woman. At least Ashley, at least she kind of went for it, right? She said, I'm going to be a whore. But again, it has a kid. I think this might have been the hottest woman in the calendar. I can't really tell because I don't know what she looks like. I don't know much about this one. But if she was married, mother, she had a husband, I would say inappropriate. Now, I gave Riley Gaines and this girl the most attractive women on this calendar. And the problem with that is they're both 7s. Now, again, I'm not saying I should be in the calendar. I'd like to preface, I do not qualify, because that's what always people think. They think, Pearl, what, like the nerve of you. You're not hot enough to be in the calendar either. And I'm like, I know. I did casting, guys. So I have an eye for this. Like Riley Gaines, if I was casting a show, I would put her as the girl next door 7, hard 7. This girl's probably a 6, but puts on a lot of makeup and got fake tits. So they said, you make the cut, Pearl. Stop simping. If I made the cut, I would be offered this. I'm not even trying to be rude on myself, but I think because some of you guys have never lived in like the hottest women are going to go to big cities and they're going to live downtown and they're going to be a bottle girl. They're going to be a model. Some do escorting, high level escorting. And so the thing is, when, again, I did casting. So when you do casting and I casted 1,000 women, I could easily divide 8 and up, beautiful. That's a hard 7. And the thing is, you kind of know who's going to sell to who, right? That's the other interesting thing. Like, I know if I put a girl next door, that's going to sell better to the men that don't deal with a lot of women. But the men that get a lot of women or have a lot of choice, they're going to have higher standards because they've had sex with everybody. And like, they just, the same way women, I don't want to say the same way because men can settle and be happy. Like, they'll be fine. But they're much more picky. Like, the more options a guy has, the pickier he's going to be. And I say this because, I know guys that are pretty good players. And sometimes I'll ask them their perspective on things for the show. It's very helpful. And you would be amazed at the little things that those guys notice, okay? Oh, you said personality. That's what counts. Yeah, okay. Most women have the same personality within like a little bit. Then go date an ugly woman. Go date one. Go date an ugly woman. I will continue. Now again, Riley Gaines. Now to be fair, Riley's either Gen Z or millennial. I think she's Gen Z. Again, if I saw this on the beach, I wouldn't really think twice. I'm not going to moralize. I'm not really going to care. But again, it's a married woman posing for men that aren't her husband. We're pretty used to this with the advent of Instagram, but this might as well be a dating app profile. And that's normal in 2025 as women with open dating app profiles. Someone called me the conservative Destiny. That is the worst insult I've ever had in my life. I would rather you call me a fat, ugly whore than that. Oh my God, I'm so offended. I might be triggered. I think I'm triggered. Destiny has a harem of, I'm just going to eat it. I'm just going to eat it. I'm just going to eat it. Thank you for humbling me today. Everyone is above a 6 is purely open to interpretation. Not every 10 is a 10 to everyone. Charlie, you got to go get laid more. That's not true. It's not open to interpretation. There are opportunities that women 8 and above, and I'm going to tell you stories that I can back this up. The ring girl at the Jake Paul fight was a woman going to college with a boyfriend. Normal woman, just posted some TikToks. She got to go be the ring girl at the Jake Paul fight. Is that going to happen to Brittany Jean? Fuck no. Is that going to happen to Riley Gaines? No. The way you can see who's really hot is what women are in front of male audiences. So UFC ring girls. I argue today, porn stars are more attractive than models because the models don't have the body type that men like anymore. The ring girl card was Sydney Thomas. So again, now we have this crazy You know, I'm a redhead, guys, but this Josie woman is not helping our cause. She freaked out last year because Bryson Gray, I'm going to show you guys a clip, called this calendar demonic. Because you see, it's got she likes to grift being a Catholic. And whenever anyone points out that her actions are not Catholic, she freaks out. The same way she freaks out if you point out that she does not look like this in real life. She won Catfish of the Year. And then if she doesn't get her way, she calls everyone pedophiles and obsessed with her. You got to be a lot hotter to get me upset. Like, if I'm going to be obsessed over a woman because of jealousy, I just need someone that's a little bit better looking. Like, nobody cares about the old single mom, or maybe she's married. I don't care. She doesn't act like it. Again, the ring girl. That's who we're jealous of, Josie. Anyways, I helped her out. So if she wants to grift the Catholicism, I gave her a knee-length dress, nice sweater there. So now Seth decided to double down this year. And I was proud of Seth because, one, he doesn't come off to me as a religious guy. He seems like a MAGA guy. And MAGA is completely different than Catholicism or like religious. It's not really, they've had rappers at the MAGA rallies. Do you know what I'm like? It's not a religious event. It's people that believe in low taxes, people that like Trump. There's gays for Trump. This isn't a religious thing. A lot of people try to make the right religious. I think that's a mistake because, Gen Z is the least religious. You need people to vote for you, right? And this year he decided he said, F the naysayers. I'm going to double down. But before we get into that, I want to show you a clip that really, shows this situation. So here, this is Bryson on with this crazy redheaded lady. God, can you imagine this being your mother?
Drink this beer. It doesn't turn you gay, right? It makes you straight as hell.
It makes you super straight, actually. If you were gay, you'll become straight if you drink this stuff.
Let me have some of it.
Now, Alex Stein, he's notorious. They're notorious. I won't go back on that show because last time they ambushed me. I won't go back. Yep, banned. I banned myself. What's crazy? I went on there free. I usually have a fee. And I was like, you know what? I think he's kind of funny. I'm going to go on there. They ambushed me. I had a boyfriend, or it's the same boyfriend, right? And they put on this big black guy to hit on me on the show. Do you know how uncomfortable it was? I'm like, why would you? I wouldn't have. Anyways. Then they put on this other lady. I told them I didn't want to go on with this lady, and they played a video message from her. So they have a tendency to do this, and Josie's about to F around and find out.
Little titties!
Give some to Bryson. He needs it.
Oh my gosh!
Right.
Bye.
I'm
Bryson.
married and my wife doesn't dress like a horse. So
Oh my God, Bryson!
Wait, play that one more time. How we started. Hold on. No, I need to go louder.
Come straight if you drink this stuff.
Let me have some of it. Some of those titties!
Give some to Bryson. He needs it.
Oh my gosh!
Right.
I'm
Bryson.
married and my wife doesn't dress like a horse. So
Oh my God, Bryson! Shots fired! Jimmy, get them off the screen!
So he said, my wife doesn't dress like a whore. His wife doesn't. I've met his wife. His wife made me the best cookie I've ever had in my life. The best. His wife might be the only woman I've met that said she was like, she saved herself for marriage that I believed. I think she might. He lives what he says. I'll tell you guys that.
Being pimped by Seth over some beer so he can sell some beer. And then y'all claim y'all are doing something good.
Jimmy,
Y'all are giving 10% to an organization.
Jimmy,
10%.
get him off the screen.
You have a boundaries issue.
Jimmy.
Why on earth, when a woman asks you to leave her alone, would you not leave her alone?
So this is one thing that when the women have no arguments, they appeal to, I am a woman. When a woman, like, it's as if you have some elevated status because you're a woman. Bitch, if anything, I should listen to you less because you're a woman. Like, I should care less. Like, that shouldn't even be brought up. Imagine if the men said, when a man asks you to do something, you do it. That'd be a little more based, wouldn't it? But it's like the women, they want to be men, so they emulate the men.
That speaks to an absence of fatherhood, maybe. Do you have a dad growing?
Glenn's in the chat on the website. He said, I had those cookies too. They were so good. Guys, they were so good. I know I should not be going on a derailing this show to talk about these cookies, but oh my God, they were so good. Please make me another.
Up?
I had both of my parents growing up. You don't seem to. That's why you're so desperate to look like Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe's hot.
Marilyn is here though. She's beautiful. But
so you idolize
no,
Marilyn
I've had
Monroe.
a loving dad and a loving mom. But
You did?
I speak to how you were
Guys,
raised.
can y'all be friends? Can y'all stop arguing? Can y'all be friends?
And what part of my song did I mention you, Josie?
Huh?
Which part of my song
You
did I
made
mention
a diss track. You made a diss track off them. You called it demonic.
Which part of the song did I mention your name?
I didn't listen to your shit song. You're a failed musician.
I'm failed. I make more money off music than you make off anything you do in your entire life.
Yeah. So
he said, I make more money off of music than you've made off of anything in your entire life. But see, this is the dynamic. Again, you know, I know this is kind of hypocritical being a commentator. I know this is. But like, I see it for what it is, you know. Male success is harder to get. So a man in my same position has worked 10 times harder. He had, like, it just is what it is. Like, I don't think I'm wrong for doing it or she's wrong. But, well, I'll tell you the part I think's wrong, but we're going to get to that. But she thinks she's more successful than Bryson because they're in similar, like, positions, I guess, in terms of status.
So
how much
I guess the next logical thing to do would be, you know, because I was ignoring you when it came to your spaces. I was ignoring you with your subtweets. I was ignoring you when all of your followers were coming after me and harassing me and finding pictures.
That's the other thing. Conservative women, or crazy ladies, will go on the internet and then get mad when people harass them. So the thing is, they want the benefits of internet money and not being anonymous and have none of the downside of people criticizing you. They say, I want to be here and I can't be made fun of or criticized. Men understand, like, people criticize Bryson. People make fun of me, but we like doing this. This is fun. We could go be anonymous tomorrow.
Pictures of me as a child and putting them online. So I guess the next logical thing to do would be to write a song about me, like some kind of bootleg Taylor Swift wannabe.
That's the next thing they do. You're obsessed with me. Again, you should be hotter if you're making that accusation. That's all I'm saying.
So
which part of my song was
about morality? I mean, if you want to talk about morality, I'm a mother and I'm a woman.
That's the other thing. They think that being a mother and a wife makes them a better person. So instead of their behaviors just being a better person, they appeal to, well, I'm a wife and a mother. Well, I know plenty of bad mothers and plenty of bad wives. To be honest, guys, one of the kindest people I ever met was a raging liberal. Okay, maybe not the kindest, but she's like top 10. But my point is, it doesn't necessarily matter that you're a wife and a mother if you're a bitch. Like, I don't care if you wear a Jesus necklace if you're a bitch.
And any man that was brought up right has the instinct to protect men, to protect women, and to protect mothers. I'm not dealing with that.
Like right now,
no, it's your instinct to not attack women.
He said, right now your boobs are, I'm trying to protect you. This is the other thing. Entitled women think they deserve protection from men they have done nothing for and don't know. Why do you deserve protection from somebody you don't know?
Right? You don't have that instinct to not attack women?
No, I
am protecting that you people.
Then it's the you're abusive. That's what they go to next. You're abusive.
I'm trying to protect women from being influenced by people like you and Seth and the rest of the women dressed like harlots on that calendar. And I'm trying to protect men so they don't fall into lust because y'all are placing a stumbling block in front of them. All of that is biblical.
Oh, control even right your now, wiener. You have your Jesus Christ.
That's the other thing. What they'll do is they'll get naked and then say, you should just control your dick. Well, men have like 8 times the testosterone we do. So they get naked and say, you guys, stop thinking about my boobs, which are out in your face. You pervert. Don't view me as an object, even though I'm dressed like one.
Control your wiener, Bryson. Control your wiener.
Control your wiener, Bryson.
I don't have them issues. Also,
you seem to have
even
those
right
issues.
now, you say what?
Can we all just be friends and vote for Trump and just, storm the Capitol last time?
I'm going to do that, but...
Can we storm the Capitol one last time?
No.
You know you would love to storm.
Hey, Alex, which part of my song was about Josie? Nobody still haven't answered my question.
The part that you named it demonic after putting demonic open was a reference to that. Nobody's going to listen to your song or buy your song, so it doesn't matter. I used to write poetry when I was sad in middle school, so I appreciate the poetry that you wrote in my name.
Yeah. Hey, Josie, I have just a quick question. Which one of us has tried to sell something throughout all of this, me or you?
You wrote a song. Were you not trying to profit off that?
How am I profiting off the song at all?
Are you going to sell it? Is it
no,
for sale?
the song is not on my platform.
It's going to be for sale?
1 minute. No, it's not for sale.
You know what? You're actually being monetized. I have some scripts of how you're being monetized, some screenshots. You're being monetized with waifu. You know what waifu is? Right on your X account. You've got porn on your advertising X account. I'm happy to send it to you if you want to see. It's got your name, Bryson. And then you got porn. Yeah, you got porn there. So there's something that you're doing that porn is being attracted to your account.
Are you claiming that I watch porn?
No.
No. I'm saying that there's something that you are doing where porn is actually showing up as the ads.
Well, that's what they do.
Account.
I'm telling you, the Christian guys are such a target for the OF women because they're not having sex, the younger ones. So it makes perfect sense that an advertiser, like they target you on Facebook. Like if I want to run a Facebook ad, you can target the specific type of like age group and like the things they watch. So I don't know what she's talking about, but it wouldn't surprise me if they looked at the demographics and said, let me buy ads. So, and they kind of do that with men that like, they do it with anime. They do it with other niches too, but.
Like Jason Whitlock situation where he had that Timu thing sticking deep in the butt.
Yeah,
card.
that's something I might want to take that up.
Targeted ads.
So I find it.
It's
so
totally
I find it
against
funny, and I know,
everything you believe in.
and I know. Hey, Joseph, let me help you. So what you're trying to say, the Jason Whitlock situation, that would be me looking at something and then an ad popping up for me because of my algorithm. I know you're a woman, and I don't know your IQ, so let me help you real quick.
She's smart.
If you are looking at if you are on somebody else, because ads are algorithmic, so if you are looking at something and an ad pop up, that means you are interested in what you're seeing.
Oh, this is so funny.
Not the person's Twitter account. That's simply not how it works. And I'm glad I could help you on that. Secondly, you said you're a Catholic, which is cool.
Looking at them. They're being sensitive.
I'm trying to help you right now. I'm trying to teach you a little
something.
something.
Women by calling them whores. You're not helping anybody.
I call women whores a lot when we're having sex. I'm like a little whore.
Whores is biblical. The Bible explains to you what a whore is.
Oh, you're calling women all Mary Magdalene? Is that what you're doing? Oh, walk that back.
Is that true?
Indignation.
Was she a prostitute?
Well, I know you don't understand the Bible at all, but let me ask you a question. Do you think
you don't
all
either,
the
because
photos
there's a Trinity in there, you know? I know your cult doesn't understand that there's a Trinity, but there's a...
Josie, do you believe every photo in that calendar was modest? Do you believe every calendar in that every photo in that calendar was modest?
Wasn't.
I believe mine was modest, and I believe that you didn't like that very much.
I didn't say anything personally about your photo outside the cross, but do you believe because you supporting the whole calendar? Can you admit that there are immodest pictures in that calendar? That's all I want from you.
Yes, of course there are. Mine's not one of them.
That's a fair. Bryson, they agree.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for admitting.
Then we can come together, Bryson.
Why did you need me to confirm that for you? I don't understand.
Because y'all have been like doing this capping all week. Can I ask you another question? Do you think Christian imagery being in a collection of immodest photos, do you think that is righteous?
I think that I'm responsible for me and you're responsible.
Would you be okay with her walking into your church like that? Do you see this? This is another example of the catfishing. And there's a filter on the bottom left too.
For you.
But you've been promoting the entire calendar. You've been trying to sell the entire calendar. Nobody is selling a Josie picture.
Of course I am. It goes to a wonderful cause. You know how? No, Bryson, I want to thank you because you are the calendar salesman of the year.
That's true.
You have sold so many calendars for us.
Who's the grifter, Alex?
So many.
Who is the grifter?
Well, I think we're all grifters trying to get paid, trying to get laid. I mean.
Oh, I made a ton of money off this. Yeah, but I didn't have to. I didn't have to punch down at Bryson to do it. I didn't have to punch down at Bryson.
I don't think.
So then she admits she made a ton of money off of this. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just thought this was so funny, guys.